So being asked why I would be a part of this moment, why I would be a part of this weekend with my sisters in service, standing in support of our water protectors and so many others, our communities. I was just asked over and over again, why would I? Other than being able to be in the space with my sisters, of whom I love. We love you. But we can talk on the phone. We can see each other when we're working or when we're not. So that's not this. Let me be clear. We are like-minded, and we love humanity, and we love doing the work to save our planet and save the people. That's what this is about. And the fact that we have to be asked, why would you be here? Well, if we're talking, right, why wouldn't we? If we have the opportunity to save lives by upholding indigenous treaty rights, if we know that climate change doesn't stop at any border of a state or a reservation or city, that climate change will not stop because a company has a new CEO. Climate change doesn't stop because we change administration. It impacts all of us, and it impacts us directly and right now, and it will impact our children's children even the more if we're not doing the work right now. Why are we working to build a brand new fossil fuel pipeline at this time? The construction devastation that we can be a part of. When we talk about historic and sacred tribal lands being ripped apart, when we're called on, we should show up. And so we showed up. And when I look at this water behind me, as close as we can stand to this water, going down those steps is as close as I get to that same body of water in my own district. The Mississippi River, I grew up around the Mississippi River, walking up to the St. Louis cobblestones, not wanting to put my feet in it because it's dirty and muddy and disgusting as heck in St. Louis, but it's still there. And when I look at this same body of water, and when we think about Enbridge, and when we think about the capacity of what they've done already, I think about what my sister just said. When we talk about 800 spills, 800, meaning we went from 1 to 100 8 times in 15 years, and they continue to do work. We're talking about if this was a hospital system with 800 problems, death, within 15 years, they would probably be shutting down. If they were anyone else, any other business, who gets to mess up on a large scale 800 times and continue and then grow? We want to promote you to 200 more bodies of water after you've messed up 800 times. The water that flows from this point will carry whatever dirty fossil fuels it picks up right on down to my district. To a district where we already have environmental injustice plaguing our community. We already have so many other issues, and this is what we would walk up to, and this is what we would allow. And so when people say, Cori, why would you be a part of that? We're talking about jobs, Cori. You're trying to shut down jobs. What good is a job if you're not alive? What good is a job if you're poisoning folks? What happens here won't just destroy those communities in the immediate area. When we talk about those cancer clusters and the contaminated water and those deadly explosions, just to name a few of the things, that will happen to low-income communities that are near and along the river. We're talking about so much more. So I'm also here because our government needs to know exactly what happens here. Congress needs to know and show up and speak about exactly what's happening. These pipelines aren't running. They're not running through downtown. They're not running through the wealthy suburbs. We need folks to pay attention. And so my sisters in service and I came to these sacred lands to stand in solidarity with the many, many water protections and conservationists pushing for a safer future for our babies. And lastly, I'll say, when you are standing up for something, putting yourself, your body, your mind, your reputation, your livelihood on the line, you're doing it because you want to see change, because change is necessary, because you really could be at home. Because you really could be doing something else. You really could be probably doing something to put more money into your household. Or you could be spending more time with your children or more time with your family. You could be doing so many other things. But because you understand the urgency of the moment and you understand the weight of what's happening, you show up and you put all of that on the line. So we're here to stand in solidarity with those who have been putting their lives on the line for this work for so many years. Because they deserve it. They deserve to be heard.